And the Massachusetts airman accused of leaking classified Pentagon documents waived a preliminary hearing yesterday. Attorneys for Jack Teixeira filed a motion to postpone his planned detention hearing in a Boston federal court. Meanwhile, in Washington, lawmakers received a classified briefing about the leak, leaving many of them even more frustrated. To dig in, we're joined by NBC News Capitol Hill correspondent Ali Vitali. Ali, good to see you. So we know yesterday's briefings were classified, so presumably it was very comprehensive. And yet, even still, it doesn't sound like lawmakers are satisfied with the answers they're getting, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, don't confuse comprehensive and classified. Just because they're behind closed doors does not mean that they're getting the answers that they want. And certainly that was the sense that our team got yesterday as we talked to lawmakers after these classified briefings. A lot of frustration, even in some cases, some colorful language. But look, all of them agree that something like this should not have been able to happen. And that's sort of where this conversation turns next, if there will be any kinds of reforms around the way that classified documents are handled within the government and what Capitol Hill has to say about it.
And Ali, notably, frustrations around this leak have been bipartisan. Are there any talks on the Hill about reforming defense access or creating better screening for security clearances?
Yeah, those are certainly things that are being talked about, and it helps that it's bipartisan in nature in terms of the concern around these documents. But this is not the first time that we've seen lawmakers be concerned in bipartisan fashion about classified documents ending up where they shouldn't be. For the last year, Congress has been dealing in bipartisan fashion on the Senate side with trying to get better insight into the documents that were found at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home, as well as at the homes of former Vice President Mike Pence and now President Joe Biden. Those are classified documents in a very different sense, but also where they should not have been. A lot of conversation on Capitol Hill about what that means in terms of what's classified, are things overclassified. That's a conversation that they've been having for the last year, and we still haven't seen anything come to legislative fruition. Now with this latest overture, it's again an open question, but at this point, they are still where they've been for a while when classified documents like this come into the news, which is frustrated and wanting more answers to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, the unity across the aisle really shows the significance of the issue. And Ali, while we have you, I do want to touch on the escalating showdown between Democrats and Republicans over America's ability to pay off its debt. Yesterday, we heard from House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. He outlined a new Republican proposal to raise the debt limit. Can you just take us through that plan and what you're hearing from Democrats on the other side?
Yeah, look, this is important because it's what we've been waiting for from Speaker McCarthy, who has been trying to go on offense a little bit, trying to demand that the Biden administration come back to the negotiating table. You'll remember, of course, that he met with President Biden at the White House several weeks ago in sort of the first meeting about this, but we haven't necessarily seen them do a second. McCarthy yesterday laying out some more of the milestones that his conference wants on this. A lot of it is a return to pre-pandemic spending, but importantly, it raises the debt limit, but not for a lengthy period of time. If Republicans, at least right now, get their way on this, this would become an issue right in the heat of the 2024 presidential race. That's something that's important to note. One, because politically that could be pretty tough. But two, it leads to the fact that this is not the clean debt ceiling hike that Democrats wanted. And if you listen to the way that President Joe Biden is talking about it, we're not hearing specifics there yet, but we are hearing what the downside of this could be once again. Watch.
The threat of defaulting on America's debt for the first time in 230 years. We've never, ever defaulted on the debt. And it will destroy this economy. And who do you think will hurt the most? You, hard-working people, the middle class, the neighborhoods I got raised in. Not the super wealthy or the powerful, but working folks.
And look, what the president is saying there is actually the thing that everyone I've talked to on this agrees on. It would be catastrophic, and it has never happened before that the U.S. would default on its debt. The open question is the differences between the two sides in how to deal with that.
A lot to watch there. Ali Vitali, we know you'll keep us honest. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.